Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Dina Erlita, journalist 12, and I come from class KBE Farsi. In this time, I will storytelling about the legend of Tangkuban Perahu. Maybe on this time, the legend of Tangkuban Perahu is not foreign for us to hear, but I will tell about uh, this story with my version. Are you ready to hear my story? Let's go. The Legend of Tangkuban Perahu. The legend of Tangkuban Perahu was cast by a mother, Dayang Sumbi, and her son Sangkuriang. This story took in Java and it was become a popular short story till now. So let's hear the story. Once upon a time, there occurred encounters which were detailed for breaking the laws. They were sentenced to live the rest of their life in the world while doing good deeds. During their time on earth, the good was turned into a dog named Tumang, and the good is turned into a swine named Wayung Hiang. Tumang was founded by a king named Sumbing Prabanghara and lived in the village. But become good friends and stick like a glue. One day, King Sumbing decided to go for hunt to the nearest forest. Apparently, it's the forest where Wayung Hiang lives. At the forest, the king needs to do his thing, and apparently, his fee was caught in a coconut shell. Little did they know, Wayung Hiang, who felt thirsty, found the water in coconut fields, drank it, and she became pregnant. 9 months after the pregnancy, right after Wayu Hyang gave birth, the king begged to hunt on the same forest. He heard a baby crying, "Oe, oe, oe," looking for it, and found a lovely baby girl. He took the baby to the place without knowing that it was his daughter and named her Jayang Sumbi. Long story short, Jayang Sumbi grew up to be a lovely girl in the country. Lots of friends quarreled and fought over her. Jayang Sumbi, who felt uncomfortable, chose to remain silent and moved to the middle of nowhere where no one knows her. There, she lives only with Tuma, her best friend. She spent her life weaving clothes with traditional loom she had. One day, the loom was fallen to the ground and she was too lazy to pick it up. She was to swear to herself. Anyone who brought her the loom if she is a girl, then she will consider her as a sister. And if he was a man, then she would marry him. Suddenly, Tumang appeared and bring her to the room. As her promise, she married Tumang. As his husband, Tumang revealed himself and turned himself to be a lovely god only when the full moon comes. Then Sumbi then became pregnant in the time. The king was so angry to hear about this. He cast her out of his family name and told her to live far away from the palace. Long story short, the young Sumbi has greatest baby boy you will ever see. She named his son Korea. He grew up to be a disguised from pretty guy who lovely mother without knowing Yet the dog who happened to stay with him all along was his father. One day, the young Sumbi sent him to go for hunt. She told the son then she wanted a deer hunt for dinner. Sang Priang took Tumang to go with him. Yet, he could not find any deer after 3 days of hunting. He was too afraid of going home with an empty hand. Suddenly, he saw a pig and asked Tumang to go for it. Tumang remained silent, and since he knew it was Wayukiang her granny, Sang Priang was so upset and pointed her bow and arrow to Tumang. Suddenly, he got sore and tired, so Tumang asked him to get his heart to be given to his mother. This young guy cried with tears, for he could not bear the sense of losing his best friend. He took Tumang's shirt, he wished and come home to her mom. Young Sumbi was so happy to have her son back, yet she was curious why didn't Tumang come along. She asked Sang Priang where Tumang was, but Sang Priang kept silent and did tell the truth. Young Sumbi, who has an instinct, found out that it was Tumang's shirt. She hit Sang Priang on his heart and then cast him out. Time flew by. Sangkuriang has grown up to be a good-looking man with well-built body. Meanwhile, Dayang Sumbi, who was a discredit of Judas, was given an eternal beauty and stays forever young. Sangkuriang warned anyone. One day reached his house, yet he could not remember that it was his former residence. Dayang Sumbi didn't recognize him either when they met around the house. They both fell in love and planned to get married soon. On the day of their marriage, Dayang Sumbi fetched Sangkuriang's bed. She found a scar on his head and remembered her oft forgotten son. Dayang Sumbi then called out the marriage and explained everything to Sangkuriang. Pleaded by his love, Sang Priang could not take the explanation and kept resisting marrying his own mom. He even threatened that he will destroy everything he found. Liang Sumbi, who knew that Sang Priang had such good power, felt pleaded with it. She then thought of an idea on how to defeat the marriage. She gave Sang Priang a term that she thought he won't be able to fulfill. In my order to marry her, he need to build her a hut along with the boat just in a night. If he could fulfill it, then she would marry him. Sangkuriang, with his greatest superpower, asked the genius and spirits to help his work done in just a few hours before the town. Dayang Sumbi, who didn't expect that to happen, was so surprised and thought of an idea. She made a hot fire in the east to decoy Sang Priang. Soon he thought the dawn had come. The genius that he now it was the town were afraid of the sunlight ran away and left Sang Priang alone. Sang Priang was so mad that could not finish his work. The coconut field he used to dig the ground was thrown to earth and became the Mount Manglayang. Sangkuriang hid away in the boat he met and apparently it was laid down on the bank. The boat then turned into Mount Tangkuban Perahu. literally me an upside down road. Yes, believe it or not, the mountain looks like an upside down cup. Okay, I think that's all my storytelling about the legend of Sangkuriang. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.